Wow, Chelsea absolutely battered Paris Saint-Germain in the Club World Cup final. An astonishing and statement-making performance to the rest of the Premier League in New Jersey. We absolutely beat Paris Saint-Germain around the park. And here's a breakdown of what happened last night. Maresca used to threaten Robert Sanchez if he ever kicked the ball long instead of building out from the back. He's not threatening him now. A long ball into the path of Gusto, who had acres of space to run into. I thought Gusto would actually overdone it here, but a second ball fell to him and he found Palmer on the edge of the box. This is what I like to call Cole Palmer territory. He just makes things happen in that number 10 area. And what about the finish? Didn't rush, didn't panic, he chose precision over power, passing it into the corner. Beautiful finish, 1-0 Chelsea in the 22nd minute. PSG actually managed to break away with Cucurella facing a 2v1 scenario, but a bit of overthinking by Doué was read amazingly by Cucurella. Just look at how he reads exactly what Doué is going to do, and he makes a crucial interception, which is just one example of Chelsea's amazing defensive display. Another ball into the right flank towards Palmer this time. He drove his way onto his left foot into that position again where he's just so deadly. Pulls off a drop of the shoulder that sent Lucas Beraldo to go grab a shawarma, and a carbon copy finish. So smooth, so composed. I know I sound like I'm glazing here, but I don't care. 2-0, it's looking like dreamland for us. And 2 minutes from half time, Cole Palmer yet again found himself in that ominous position. At this point, I didn't know what the PSG midfield were doing. It was like they were chasing smoke. I don't know if they spent the previous night drunk on the floor in the streets of Manhattan. This time Palmer saw a gap through the defence and he slipped the ball through for Joao Pedro to run onto. And in such a non-Nicholas Jackson fashion, he delicately lobbed the ball over Donna Kebab in goals. 3-0, at this point I was jumping up and down like a lunatic. At that point the game was done and dusted, but there's so many performances in a blue shirt that we have to give flowers to. Robert Sanchez in goal. Wow. Listen, Chelsea fans are very vocal on their opinions about this guy. Sometimes it looked like he had bets on how many shots on target the opposition would get. Usually every time the ball came to his feet, you'd hold your breath. But aside from his improved footwork, some of the saves this guy made. He made a great save to deny Doué, getting down low to make the intervention. Just before half-time, João Neves guided a header towards the bottom corner, and Sanchez was there again. And just after half-time, Colwell couldn't quite deal with the ball across goal. Dembele had a swipe, and Sanchez again made a great reflex save. And yet again, a great effort from Vitinha was matched by Sanchez, who got his fingertips to the ball. Now, because he's been under so much scrutiny this season, we have to put our hands up and appreciate a wonderful goalkeeping display when we see one. To call that backline solid after last night would be an understatement. Every shot, every ball into the box, every second ball, they dealt with them efficiently. PSG literally couldn't find a way through that defence. Games are won and lost in the midfield, and Chelsea's combination of Enzo Fernandez, Moises Caicedo and Reece James completely ran rings around Neves, Vitinha and Ruiz. As for Moises Caicedo, he is so overlooked by pundits and fans, it's disgusting. This guy is literally a solid 8 out of 10 literally every time he plays. What he's gonna have to do to have his talent recognised, I'll never know. And as for this guy, listen, he's not a left winger, he's not even a right winger. He's the best player in the world in that number 10 position. And as a creative midfielder, he walks into any other team on the planet, I'm absolutely convinced. 18 goals and 14 assists this season for a washed Cole Palmer, which is only 2 goals and assists of Saka's best season. I'll say no more. Cucurella's hair comes in clutch yet again. Honestly, the amount of players that pull this guy's hair is crazy. And even more crazy when you realise it's always going to be a red card offence. And as the referee, it's Anthony Taylor. It was also a bit rowdy at full time with Luis Enrique slapping Joao Pedro in the face. I mean, how sad I am. How sad I am. Life is good as a Chelsea fan right now. I cannot wait for next season. And also, what the f was Donald Trump doing at the trophy lift?